Democrats are admitting this may be Donald Trump's best week as president. NATO is calling him daddy. The ceasefire's holding, Iran's nuclear program's obliterated, and the stock market's about to hit an all-time high. Today at the Pentagon, Pistol Pete spiked the football right in the media's face. Secretary Hegseth and General Raisin Kane thanked the boys in the B-2s who pulled off Saturday's operation. A mission 15 years in the making. In 2009, an officer was brought into a secret vault and briefed on a major construction project in Iran's mountain.
For more than 15 years, this officer and his teammate lived and breathed this single target, Fordow. He watched the Iranians dig it out. He watched the construction, the weather, the discard material, the geology, the construction materials, where the materials came from. He looked at the vent shaft, the exhaust shaft, the electrical systems, the environmental control systems, every nook, every crater, every piece of equipment going in and every piece of equipment going out. They literally dreamed about this target at night when they slept. They thought about it driving back and forth to work, and they knew from the very first days what this was for. And along the way, they realized we did not have a weapon that could adequately strike and kill this target. So they began a journey to work with industry and other tacticians to develop the GBU-57.
For over a decade, PhDs, geologists, and munition teams perfected the blast. They practiced it on dummy mountains. The bunker buster was born. Then the Air Force got a call Friday. Trump said the mission was a go.
The crews that attacked Fordow were from the active duty Air Force and the Missouri Air National Guard. The crews ranked from captain to colonel, and most were graduates of the Air Force Weapons School headquartered at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. I will state for the record that there is no beach volleyball or football at the Air Force Weapons School.
The target was the size of a washing machine. Miss, and the mission fails.
The United States decided to strike these two ventilation shafts, as seen here on the main graphic, as the primary point of entry into the mission space. In the days preceding the attack against Fordow, the Iranians attempted to cover the shafts with concrete to try to prevent an attack. The cap was forcibly removed by the first weapon, and the main shaft was uncovered. Weapons 2, 3, 4, 5 were tasked to enter the main shaft, move down into the complex at greater than 1,000 feet per second, and explode in the mission space. The primary kill mechanism in the mission space was a mix of overpressure and blast, ripping through the open tunnels and destroying critical hardware.
The Pentagon releasing these videos simulating the bomb blast. We dropped 420,000 pounds of these beasts, and then threw in 30,000 pounds of tomahawks just for dessert.
Wow.
That kind of firepower, that cavern lab is incinerated. After 6 bullseyes, we knew the regime would retaliate, and they did, lobbing missiles at our largest base in the region, and our soldiers were ready.
You know that you're going to have approximately 2 minutes, 120 seconds to either succeed or fail. The sun sets in the west, Iran attacks. As the targets were detected, round after round of Patriot missiles are ejected from their canisters by an initial launch charge. Then the main solid rocket motor ignites. You can feel this in your body if you've ever been around a Patriot taking a shot. And round after round goes out and guides against those missiles coming inbound. We believe that this is the largest single Patriot engagement in U.S. military history. Whoa. These awesome humans, along with their Qatari brothers and sisters in arms, stood between a salvo of Iranian missiles and the safety of Al Udeid. They are the unsung heroes of the 21st century United States Army.
Patriot battery operators were hooting and hollering that night as they intercepted missile after missile from the mullahs. We're so proud of our men and women in uniform. Such courage and such ingenuity. The mission was perfectly executed.
Guys, we're going to jump right back into the clip in just a second. Guys, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss what's going to happen next. You're witnessing the kind of operation that we haven't seen in decades. As I'm listening to this video, American power executed flawlessly. 15 years, guys, our military watched, they waited, they prepared. And when Trump said go, they lit up Iran's nuclear dreams like the 4th of July. Let me just say this, guys. The media doesn't want you to see this right here. They want you distracted. They want you disoriented. They want you dependent. That's why CNN ran to cover for the Ayatollah faster than they ever covered for our American troops. Guys, that's disgraceful. If you believe in exposing the truth, if you're proud of what our military actually accomplished, do me a big favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. It helps us get this truth out past the big tech censors and media liars. All right, let's jump back into it.
The only question is if Iran moved their uranium.
The uranium was removed from the facility before the B-2 struck.
So I'm not aware of any intelligence that I've reviewed that says things were not where they were supposed to be, moved or otherwise.
The International Atomic Energy Agency and the Israeli Atomic Energy Commission both say the American payloads completely destroyed the enrichment facilities and the centrifuges. Iran's even admitting its nuclear sites are toast.
Our nuclear installations have been badly damaged, that's for sure, because it has come under repeated attacks by Israeli and American aggressors.
The only ones who say Iran's nuke program survived, besides CNN, is the Ayatollah, who came out of hiding and says he slapped us like Bridget Macron.
The Islamic Republic dealt a severe slap to the face of America.
Besides Iranian Baghdad Bob, CNN couldn't find a single soul to back up their fake story. Oh, and they tried.
You could see that the key nodes of a centrifuge program were hit. So the program is severely damaged.
I am confident that Iran has suffered a catastrophic blow to its enrichment program.
They did it perfectly. So we should have, as kind of Norm said, an expectation that there was significant damage.
The reporter who fronted the piece is a known con artist. They call her Nasty Natasha.
In 2020, it was Natasha Bertrand who had 51 intelligence analysts falsely lie to her, but she still put it on paper for some reason, that the Hunter Biden laptop story was Russian disinformation. Also, in 2024, Bertrand pushed the suckers and losers hoax. She also pushed the fine people hoax, which was taking the president's words purposely out of context. And so this is a reporter who has been unfortunately used by people who dislike Donald Trump in this government to push fake and false narratives. She should be ashamed of herself.
You know it's really bad when Morning Joe won't touch the bunker buster hoax.
We also have to be cautious about being played by people inside the intel community who want to get their message out. That's happened an awful lot. Happened a lot in Iraq. It happened a lot in Afghanistan. So again, that's why waiting to see what happens actually and not drawing too many conclusions makes sense.
Jake Tapper says he's just being a journalist and asking questions.
Asking questions is literally our job, demanding facts and answers, instead of just taking a president's word for it.
Jake just started asking questions when Trump got sworn in. He never asked why Biden's taking the short stairs or why an Alzheimer's doctor is visiting the White House every week.
Guys, that is so true. Hang tight. We're going to get right back to the footage in just a second. Trust me, it gets even more explosive. But let's get this straight. Iran's underground nuclear facility is toast. Our soldiers are intercepting missiles like they're swatting flies. And what does the media do? They hand the microphone to Natasha Fake News Bertrand and start pushing a bunker buster hoax. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. These people aren't just wrong. These people are dangerous right here. They want you to believe that we should doubt our own military success just because Trump was the one who pulled the trigger. That's not journalism. That is treasonous bias. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Was this strike justified? Was the leak that happened treason? And guys, if you want to help me keep calling this garbage out, Consider becoming a channel member. It means the world to me. All right, guys, let's continue watching this clip.
We're not saying you have to believe everything the president says. You don't. But use your head. The Air Force hasn't missed a target since Desert Storm. CNN just spent 48 hours claiming our bombs don't work and Iran's nuke program's intact. Now Tapper's saying, we were just demanding answers. And his next book's going to be called How Trump Destroyed Fordo. Trump says fake news CNN is so disgusting and incompetent, some of the dumbest anchors in the business. Hegseth says they all just have a wicked case of TDS.
Because you, and I mean specifically you, the press, specifically you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard, it's like in your DNA and in your blood to cheer against Trump, because you want him not to be successful so bad, you have to cheer against the efficacy of these strikes. You have to hope maybe they weren't effective. Maybe the way the Trump administration has represented them isn't true. So let's take half-truths, spun information, leaked information, and then spin it. Spin it in every way we can to try to cause doubt and manipulate the public mind over whether or not our brave pilots were successful.
Today, Democrats got briefed on Operation Midnight Hammer. And here's Chuck Schumer's takeaway.
There was no coherent strategy, no end game, no plan, no detailed plan on how Iran does not attain a nuclear weapon.
Schumer must still be dehydrated from the elliptical because the strategy to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon was to bomb the places where they were making nuclear weapons. What is wrong with this guy? It's starting to look like the leaker didn't come from the Pentagon. They came from Congress.
We're investigating who that leaker was. It could have been someone in the intelligence community, or it could have been someone on Capitol Hill who had access to this document. The FBI is searching for that person.
Donald Trump says the Democrats are the ones who leaked the information on the perfect flight to the nuclear sites in Iran. They should be prosecuted. The Justice Department says if they find someone in Congress leaked, they're going to prison.
I'm not aware of an immunity clause that protects anybody in this country from disclosing classified, top secret, or even higher information to the New York Times.
Democrats are now complaining that Trump isn't sharing all of his intel with them. Maybe that's because they keep leaking it. Now, if Trump gave Democrats a heads up on Operation Midnight Hammer, they would have told the Ayatollah. That can't happen. Daddy hates leaks in the House.
Guys, let me wrap this up, guys, with the truth that the mainstream media absolutely refuses to say, and it's that this was a masterclass in strength. This was the United States of America under Commander-in-Chief Donald J. Trump, reminding the world exactly who we are. 15 years of intel. 15 years of discipline, 15 years of waiting for the right moment, and Trump nailed it. While Biden forgets what state he's in, stumbles up the short stairs, Trump is given the green light on the most precise, daring, and successful military operation of the decade. And what do the Democrats do? They leak the plan. They literally run to the media. They cry about no strategy after we literally just bombed the nuclear program that they claimed didn't exist. Is this pathetic? Pathetic. And the media, the so-called watchdogs of truth, they're out here trying to convince you that the Ayatollah is more trustworthy than your own military. They're actively cheering against American success just because it's Trump's win. CNN lied about Russia. They lied about the laptop. They lied about Charlottesville. And now they're lying about Iran. When do we say that enough is enough? We've got Air Force heroes dropping 6-for-6 bullseyes with bunker busters. We've got Patriot missile operators making history, intercepting Iran's retaliation. We've got liberal politicians and media hacks doing everything in their power to distract you from that truth. Well, guys, not here. On this channel right here, you get the truth. You get it unfiltered, unapologetic, unashamed. And guys, I want to leave you with this. If they'll lie about this right here, what won't they lie about? If they're willing to protect a regime like Iran just to hurt Trump, what does that say about their priorities? These aren't journalists. They're propagandists. And they just got exposed. So if you're fired up, if you're proud of what America actually did, guys, if you're tired of the lies, smash that thumbs up like button. Subscribe to the channel. Stick with us, guys, for more truth that they don't want you to hear.